Hi, welcome back to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home. This is our Key Stage 2 session. So we will be using a morpheme frame to build words around a root word. Okay, so we have like a root in the middle and all the other, we attach prefixes and suffixes to build longer words. And then we look at the meaning of them. And when we put those prefixes together with the suffixes and the root word, there might be some spelling rules that we need to apply. So this is a really good way of learning them because they come up regularly sort of each day. So the root word that we are, root morpheme I should say, that we are looking at today is this one. Okay. Now you might think, oh, that's not a real word. It's not a word on its own. That's right. It's part of lots of other words. And that's because it is something called a bound morpheme. Bound morphemes are not words in their own right. They are only have meaning when they are attached to other things. So we have techn, okay, and this comes from the Greek technos, meaning a skill or a craft. So straight away, you might be thinking about the word technology, which is a word that we use quite a lot. And ology means a study of. So technology is like a study of a skill or a craft. So at school, we do design technology, and that is because we are studying the skill and the craft of designing, okay? And we're designing using technology. So that's where that comes from. So all our words today are going to have this in them somewhere. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put it right up to the screen in a second so you can pause your video when it's there and then you can have a go at writing down as many words as you can. I'm just going to explain how the grid works. So you can see we've got our root morpheme here in the middle and we've got some prefixes that may come before it. You don't have to use them. You may just start here with tech. You can say that at technology. But you also can attach these suffixes. So you might be able to build a long word that goes right across the grid. Okay, but you always go across this way. Okay, I'm going to pop this up to the screen now, and you can pause your video and see how many words you can get, and then come back afterwards when you unpause, and we'll talk about some of those words. Okay, let's discuss some of the words that you may have been able to build. I've written some word sums down because when we build our words, you can see we write them with an add, a bit like maths, with a maths in between, with a sign in between. So we add our morphemes together and then we write the final word. Now, where there's orange on my page, that means we've had to apply a spelling rule. So it might be that a letter gets dropped or missed out or gets changed because of the suffix that is getting added onto it. And you'll see that when I talk about those bits when I get there. So our first word we've got here is technique. Okay, now so this is all around how you do something, and "-ique" is a French ending. Okay, but technique relates to how you do that craft. So if you've got like a really good technique, it means you're very skillful at it, and that's a noun. Then we've got technical. Okay, so again, this is relating to, if we have an al ending, that makes it an adjective. So we're describing something. So if you're describing somebody as being very technical, or sometimes we say we use technical language, it means it's very precise, very skillful. Okay, so we've got technical. Now here, we've got a long word that I was able to build right across my morpheme grid. It is technicalities. Okay, so a technicality is something that's very precise about a certain thing, very technical. So it's a noun. You can see here, because I'm adding a plural s, this is one of my spelling rules that applies in all other words as well. If we're changing a noun that ends in a y to the plural, we change that y to an ies. So technicalities needs the ies on the end. And that goes right back to, I know that's a very long word, but even if you think about the word baby and babies, we have to use that same rule. We change that y to an ies, or we make it the plural. That is one of the spelling rules that you can take through all of the English language with you. That's why word study is really good. It's because you follow these rules come up each and every time. Okay, so we've got technicalities, we've got technician. Okay, so here we've got somebody that does it, okay, a technician, it's an IAN ending, and we've got the C there because it comes from the technic, okay, so it's not a shun with a T-I-O-N because our root doesn't have a T, it has a C. Pyrotechnics, pyro, means relating to fire. So pyrotechnics is actually like the posh word for fireworks. So pyrotechnics is something that's, you know, very skillful to do with fire. Fireworks are very skillful to make that. So pyrotechnics there is to do with fireworks. Technology, the study of technical stuff, which as I said earlier. And then at the bottom there, I've got technological. And again, just to reiterate there, we're dropping that Y because the next suffix starts with a vowel. Okay, so we've got technology, ical. We can drop that Y and just go jickle like that. Technology ical doesn't sound right, so it assimilates, that Y drops and the I goes in there. Lots of Y's getting dropped. You don't often get Y's in the middle of words when you're adding suffixes on. That's a good thing to remember so you know when to drop them. Okay, so your final job, and also you may have got lots more words than that. There were loads and loads of different ways to go across this grid. I've only written a few because I haven't got time to talk about lots of them. So hopefully you managed to get a nice lot of words. Your final job, just do a little bit of sentence writing. So you can practice spelling those words, maybe pick 2 or 3 to do cover up and write from memory just to see if you can remember the spelling. And then you need to write maybe 1 or 2 sentences that use some of the words you have created. So you can just practice your sentence writing about using it in the right way. Okay, so you're actually understanding what those words mean. That's your final job, and then you are done. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow, and we'll have another root word where we can build some new words and practice our spelling rules again. Okay, take care. Bye.